what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope that you stick around and subscribe for more. It is the first video of 2020 and I am super excited, so let's jump right in. Today we're going to be testing out the latest release from Covergirl. This is the Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation. It has a lightweight formula. It's going to give you a dewy finish and it's also going to blur out any imperfections. It's formulated with coconut milk and aloe extract, and it will give you a sheer to buildable coverage. It comes in this pink and white tube, and I love that you can preview the color of the foundation right up front. So let's talk about the shade range because I just can't ignore it. It only comes in 14 different shades. It's very limited, and as you can see, it's not very inclusive of all skin tones. I just don't understand how these huge companies can't get with the times. I ended up picking up two different shades. The first one is 550 light medium and the second one is 570 medium tan. This foundation retails for $11.99. I picked mine up at Ulta. It also doesn't contain any parabens, sulfates, talc, and a couple of other things I can't pronounce, but we probably don't even want them in our foundation anyways. It's also cruelty free and vegan, and these are the ingredients up on the screen for you guys to look at. I still don't know what color I'm going to be using today. I might just end up mixing them, but let's start with primer. So first, I'm going to take this 4th Ray Beauty Glisten Up Mist and just pat a little bit onto my face. I find that spraying this directly to my face sometimes just gets in my mouth and in my eyes, and it's not a good thing. So I rather just put some on my sponge and then pat it down like so. Then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and just apply a little bit to my T-zone. A little of this goes a very long way, so you don't need that much. And I like to kind of pat it down onto my skin. And I'm just mixing both shades on the back of my hand with the back of a brush. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dot it onto my skin. I'm going to go in with a brush first, and then I'll go in with my sponge. I'm going to go ahead and mix a little bit more of both of these shades to see how it's going to build up. I feel like this is going to be as good as it gets as far as coverage. It does build up nicely, but there are some areas where I feel like it looks a little bit makeup-y. Not necessarily cakey, but just you can see that you have makeup on, but it still looks very natural. I hope that's making sense. So now I'm just going to go in with my sponge and just make sure that everything is sinking into my skin. Okay, so this is 2 pumps of foundation of each shade because I did end up mixing both of the colors. So I do feel like I used quite a bit of product to get to this point as far as coverage, and honestly I feel like this is as good as it's gonna get. I feel like if you keep trying to build it up, it's gonna start looking more like makeup and less like your skin. So far it looks pretty good, pretty natural. I feel like it does give me a very dewy finish and my skin feels very hydrated and nourished. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back in a second. Back guys, and my makeup is completely done. If you're wondering, I did set my face, and to do that I used the Ilia Soft Focus Finishing Powder to do so. Before I go, I do want to make a couple of comments about this foundation that I've already noticed. The first one being is that from far away I love the way it makes my skin look. It looks very healthy, natural, and just overall refreshed and nourished. But up close and personal, there are some areas where I feel like the makeup is just sitting on top. It never really sunk onto my skin and it just looks very makeup-y. I'm specifically talking about around my nose. I can just see the foundation sitting on top and I just don't really like that look. I also want to say that even though I did set my face with a setting powder and I even used a setting mist, I can still feel the foundation on my skin. It feels very tacky and sticky and I hate that feeling, guys. Like I I cannot stand when a foundation just never really sets onto your skin and it kind of just sits on top of your skin. I hate it, and I especially hate when they're sticky, because if it's sticky, that means that it's probably not transfer proof. So I really don't like that so far, but I do love the way it makes my skin look from far away. Like I said, up close, there are some areas where it's just not looking so good. But I'm obviously going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's hope for the best. And it is now 4:31 p.m. So I'm going to go on with the rest of my day, mind my own business like always, and I'll come back at the end of the night and we'll see how this turned out. Hi, I am back and it is now 10:40 p.m. So it's been a couple of hours of me having this foundation on my skin, and guys, I don't like it. I just really don't like it. So let me go ahead and tell you why. Start off, I did mention this earlier about how the foundation was feeling tacky and sticky even after I set it with setting powder, and till this point, hours later, it literally still feels like that, and I cannot stand foundations that do that, or just makeup in general that makes me leaving, or not, it makes me, wait, what am I saying? It makes me feel the makeup on my skin throughout the day. I don't want to feel it. I want to wear it, but I don't want to feel it, you know? The more I look at it, the more I can see how it's literally just sitting on top of my skin, and it just looks so cakey, especially around my nose and my mouth. I can see some areas where the foundation is breaking, and it just looks overall very not good. I hope that you guys were able to see that, and I also want to show you guys how easily it comes off just with the touch of your finger, literally. So I'm just gonna come up close and rub my finger down my face and show you guys how easily it comes off. You can literally see how the makeup moved around just because obviously my finger was touching it, and here is what came off on my finger. So clearly it's not transfer proof. It doesn't claim to be transfer proof, at least I don't think it does. I didn't see anything about it being transfer proof, but it is something that I do want to mention and let you guys know about in case you're wondering. So yeah guys, that pretty much wraps up all of my concluding thoughts about this foundation. And I just can't sit here and recommend it because I don't like it. I don't like it, guys. I don't like how it just sits on top of your skin, never really sinks in. It feels tacky, it looks cakey. It's just a hard pass for me. But let me know down in the comments below if you've tested it out and you've liked it, or let me know if you're gonna go out and buy it anyways. Just talk to me, you know? And if you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe because it's free and it's a fun time, and it's also a new year and I want to keep growing, so help me out. And until next time, bye guys.